Okay, so today I'll talk about Gates a little bit. This is Roosevelt. He's a foxtrotter, 3.5. So he's had good training to start, and he has good genetics. So you'll see he gates even when he's loose. You know, some will pace or some will trot, but they've worked enough on his gaits, or he was just lucky and has the genetics that he just gates when he's loose. He will also break into a trot if he goes too fast. But so when you're looking at horses, if they're doing some of it by themselves, you know it's not going to be too hard to get under saddle, right? But if they don't do it at all by themselves, they're trotting or pacing, you're going to have to put some work in. Doesn't mean it won't be good at all. It just means there's going to be more work involved. So there he's trotting. If you can't tell, like when's he trotting? When you hear the saddle bouncing up and down, that's when he's trotting. So he fox trots and it doesn't move much. But now see the back of the saddle moving up and down? That's where he's trotting. Okay. And now watch as we go around this way. This is going uphill. So you'll see their gait change, even though he gates well. And then now we're going to be going downhill. So you'll watch they get pacey as they go downhill if they're lateral. So and then that's flat. This is uphill. He's trotting a little bit. Now he's going downhill, but there he was trotting. And he slowed himself down. Let's see if he'll pace one more time downhill. So again, lots of horses can pace and trot. Their gaits are in between. And then the footing, and if it's going up or downhill, changes if they go towards more of the pace or more of the trot. So you really got to know how to ride them and control them to help them stay in that gait. Otherwise they just do what naturally happens out here. So now we're going to canter. So this is his better lead to the right. Canter. And you might be like, how did you get that? It's natural for him. That's what he does. Canter. You saw he broke to a trot as he went downhill. Canter. So he really has that leaping kind of canter, or what you call the rocking horse canter. Keep going, buddy. One more time. Show him what you got. So same thing, that won't be hard to get under saddle. Canter, because he's naturally balanced and collected. But if you wanted a real forward canter, that would be hard for him to get. So now let's go his other way, which isn't as good. Canter. So he couldn't canter on his left lead when he came, but now I got it. And he was just naturally canter, balanced when he did it. Canter. See how easy it is for him? So again, the more canter, the more the horse can do it naturally, the easier it'll be for you to get it under saddle if you're training them. Good job, buddy. Okay, so here's another horse. This is a horse of mine, and he was on the trotty side when he came. See his walk now? Well, there he trotted instead. But now he's starting to gait loose. You know, I've worked him a lot on the line. So this is his flat walk. There's his trot. So that's his flat walk, but if he goes too fast, then he goes into the trot. So you remember, they do different things loose because nobody's telling them to stay in gait. So what you have to know is if your horse trots or paces as he goes faster, then you got to stay below that to keep them in gait. So now watch as he goes uphill. So if he goes too fast, he's going to trot, because he's on the trotty side. And then as he goes downhill, let's see what he does. So I usually never see him pace. So I'm going to speed him up downhill. Okay, so he's flat walking. Now he's going downhill. And so see, he went into the trot. That's why he can canter so easily. So that tells you that if you're going uphill, don't go too fast. If you're going downhill, don't go too fast until that horse is able to hold his gait when you're riding him. In the round pen, I don't care what they do, unless I have a rope on them. If I have a rope and a surcingle, then I'm making them gait. But if they're loose, then I let them do whatever they want to do. Canter, so watch what he does naturally. Canter. It's a nice canter, but it's not so up and down. So if I wanted to get the rocking horse canter from him, I'd have to collect him and slow him down a fair amount, because he tends to be a little bit on the faster side. Canter. Like that. So he kind of went in and out of it, but that was slower. Go one more time, buddy, so we can show them. So, you know, each horse has its natural ability, so some are easy to get to do things than others if you know what you're doing. Canter. So you could either speed this horse's canter up if you want it to go faster, do something with them, or collect them more and make it a more rocking horse. Okay, the reason I'm showing you these videos is because your horse has natural ability. So some of them, it comes to them very easy. The gaits, the canter, even learning, everything just comes easier to them, just like some people are very athletic. And then there's horses that some of those things don't come easy. Maybe the gait doesn't come easy to them, but the canter does, or the gait comes very easy to them, but it's hard for them to learn to canter. It's their conformation, their genetics, and then their learning ability. It doesn't mean they can't do it. They can all do it. They just might not do it as well as another horse. And you might be saying, why can't my horse canter like that horse over there? You know, he's got that beautiful rocking horse canter. Well, maybe that horse naturally canters like that, but he can't go very fast, or it might get bumpy, or he might lose his leads, etc. So when you're looking at your horse, you're trying to get its gait, you're trying to get it to canter, you want to see what its natural ability is, and know that if it doesn't come natural to him, it probably wasn't bred that well, and that's okay. It still could be a fantastic horse. It might be the best awesome trail horse ever. You just might have to work harder on keeping him in gait or teaching him how to canter, and it might take longer, but in time, if that horse is a people pleaser and you work correctly with them, they will get it. And sometimes it is amazing later on, but it's just not easy for them. So you have to know that, just like all horses, some of them, when they're learning dressage or jumping, it's very easy. They have the natural ability to jump or natural ability to do those dressage movements, and other horses don't, just like us, okay? Some of us can naturally run fast, and that's not me. And some of us can run, we just don't run it as fast, okay? Doesn't mean I won't finish the race. I'll get there. Might just take a little bit longer. So just know that when you're teaching them, don't expect them to be phenomenal right away. They can be in time, but some of them it's going to take a lot longer. And your friend who has the horse with the rocking horse canter that just does it naturally and goes, I don't see what the big deal is. It's so easy. You just ask them to canter and they just do it. Just know you don't have that same kind of horse. And then show your friend this video and maybe they'll understand, or put them on your horse and let them see what it feels like when they don't have that natural ability. Boy.
I'm sorry, let me get out of the way.
No, you're not at all.
Good boy. Good boy.
Go.
Keep him going. Kick him.